Hello guys and welcome back to Persona 3 Reload. In the last episode, if you don't remember, we went ahead and kicked off our summer vacation. We started training with our track team for the upcoming cup that we're aiming for, as we're about to face off against Hayase, a fearsome opponent on the track field. In this episode, we're going to continue that training and just keep hanging out with people. It's hard to describe how, but have you noticed that Sanada-senpai acts a little different around Amada-kun? Sort of. I did point out in a previous episode, I think it was episode 44, that when we were first introduced to Amada-kun, officially, he, had a bit of a weird reaction. I wonder why. Maybe he doesn't get along with kids. He does seem a bit socially awkward. That reminds me, there might be a new recording in the, control room, so I'll go check that out in a second.
Excuse me.
I want you to be aware of my strengths and weaknesses. I am weak against electric attacks, but second to none when it comes to gun attacks. I will riddle any kind of enemy with bullet holes. Very nice. Amada really respects Sanada-san. I totally understand how he feels. Dude, Sanada-san won 16 boxing matches straight. If I look up to the guy, then kids must think he's an actual hero, you know? I agree. Hey, you think we got what it takes to be heroes? Seems impossible. Well, the game officially calls me hero, so I'm already there. That's a bad joke, but, as I said earlier, we shouldn't go to Tartarus today. I know you want to go because there's going to be a full moon soon, but it'd be better not to. Hopefully I'm able to go to Tartarus at some point within the next few days. You know what, next time the ability to go to Tartarus is available, I'll go there. Yeah, let's check out the command room, because I feel like there is a new recording. Awesome.
I wonder if I should have gone for the one-piece suit instead. These halter-top bikinis look almost like underwear. It feels a little weird to have my belly button exposed. Now that I think about it, this is the first time I've chosen my own swimsuit, but there wasn't much of a selection for the one-pieces. I wonder if I should ask Yukari-chan again what she thinks. Although, I don't really exercise, so I probably wouldn't look very good standing next to her. Oh, right! I have just the thing! The low-frequency waist slimmer pad I bought from Tanaka's TV show. It said online it was very effective for its price, so maybe it could do some help before the trip. Now let's see. How do I turn this on? No! This... it tickles! What do I do? Why won't it come off? No!
Yamagishi, do you have a moment?
It's Kirijo-senpai! I have to get the door! Yes, I'll be right there!
Oh, am I interrupting anything?
No, not at all! No, not at all!
It's not that important. Never mind, just carry on.
Oh, senpai! Is this what it means to train your abs? Someone help!
Anything else? Nope. There's something at Paulownia Mall, apparently. Let's go check it out. I have no idea what it could be. Oh, I forgot. Elizabeth actually I finished a request for her since when we went to Yakushima. We got some of that stuff. She said she wants to feel the ocean.
Wonderful.
Let's give it to her. Carrying something related to the ocean. May I have one? Let's give her the crab. Oh, is this tiny creature a crab? How adorable. Snip, click, snip, click. Their movements are so unique. I must give it a truly magnificent name. You may rest assured I will nurture it with a great care.
How splendid.
I want to know what she names the crab. That'd be adorable. Thank you. Because of your stories and your lovely souvenirs, I was able to experience the ocean myself. Please take this as your reward. 5 amethysts. I don't know what those do. Those might do something at Myoido. For now, we'll just go to Hagakure, I think is how the dub pronounces it. Please rank up. Come on!
Sorry to wake you. I'm detecting a shadow. Please come to the 4th floor quickly.
What's going on?
There's a shadow in the city. Yamagishi found it unexpectedly.
What? But the moon isn't full yet!
It seems to be just a regular shadow, but there usually isn't any normal shadow activity outside of Tartarus.
It's near Naganaki Shrine. Akihiko was already in the area, so he went ahead. I'm sure he can handle it alone, but we should be ready just in case.
Gotcha.
Yes, this is Yamagishi.
I'm here. Sorry, but I think you guys better come quick.
What's wrong? Are you in trouble?
No. The Shadow's been defeated. Or rather, it was already defeated when I got here.
What happened?
This little fella took a hit for me. I want to save him if we can.
Took a hit? Who's he talking about?
Don't ask me.
At any rate, let's move out.
Koro-chan! Are you okay, Koro-chan?
You know this dog?
Yeah, everyone around here does. We've gotta help him, quick!
First, we need to stop the bleeding.
Man, he's one tough fighter. He defeated that Shadow all by himself.
Wait, does that mean this dog's a Persona user?
He says, this is a place of peace, so I protected it. There are flowers over there. Those flowers... They must be for the priest who died in the accident here.
So he really was guarding this place.
Okay, hold on. Igus, don't tell me you can translate dog language too.
Canines do not have their own language. However, speech is not the only means of communication.
This fella really is a rare breed.
Correct.
He's not the only one.
All right, let's report to the chairman so we can conclude this mission. As for a vet, it's midnight, but I think I can arrange something.
Good job, boy. You're one amazing dog.
I mean, so that's our latest new Persona user, Koromaru the dog. I mean, I guess they just wanted to be really wacky with their next Persona user. I mean, the Persona users have been, like, upping in weirdness lately. Like, usually it's just been these other teenagers, and then we have 11-year-old child, robot, dog. It's very weird. Anyways, back to training.
was a great lap. Keep it up. You might be able to win the whole thing.
3 days left. What's up, dude? One more week until the moon is full again. You seen how things look at Paulownia Mall lately? The Lost are really on the rise. I feel like it's really on us to do something about this now. Let's wipe the floor with these shadows. So, before we go ahead and talk to everyone, today is July 30th, which means we have another birthday to celebrate. Chie Satonaka from Persona 4. She'd be 15 in 2009. I do not understand the canine language, but I can sense the emotions produced by such canines. I am able to receive similar images from all living things. Unfortunately, it seems humans have lost this ability, since they ended up relying on verbal communication.
Oh yeah!
Dude, isn't our group getting kinda wacky? I was just referencing this. We got a Persona using robot, and now there's a Persona using dog. What's next, man? A gorilla with the potential? Korochan is so awesome. He was so brave that day. I don't know how he was trained, but he's amazing.
That's great.
The veterinarian told me that Koromaru is in stable condition. The wound was severe, but fortunately there wasn't any damage to his internal organs.
Well done.
Koromaru, that's one tough customer, huh? He protected what he needed to. What a good little guy. Fuka, I want to hang out with you. Yes, can I help you? What's everyone's status? Everyone can go tonight. Okay. Should I go to Tartarus or should I hang out with Fuka? I did say that I was going to go to Tartarus as soon as I possibly could. You know what? Screw it. Tartarus episode.
Yes.
Alright, then let's meet at the usual place. I'll let the others know. See you there.
As of today, I will be joining in the operations to explore Tartarus. I am ready for deployment. I have also been equipped with a number of combat functions, in addition to the ability to summon a persona. I will provide more details later, but suffice to say, you won't want to miss it.
Looking forward to it.
When the time comes, prepare to have your mind blown, as they say. Our current objective is the elimination of the large shadows that appear during a full moon. In order to accomplish this, it will be crucial to gather combat data in Tartarus. Please make efficient use of my facilities so that we may achieve our goal.
Orgia mode. So this is her theurgy. Originally, it was just a part of her character, but they turned it into her theurgy, where she goes crazy, does a good chunk of damage, but then she overheats for a couple of turns, and or just one turn, I guess. So there is a cooldown to having her go crazy. You can't, you won't be able to control her at all while she's in Orgia mode. So just keep that in mind. Card in my hand is reacting. Multiple major arcana cards have been added to shuffle time. Hierophant, lovers, and that's it.
I've been waiting for you.
May I have a moment of your time?
If I may say so.
While awaiting your arrival, I sense something shifting within Tartarus. A number of strange doors seem to have appeared there, it seems. Where those doors lead, whether this bodes ill or well, even I do not have that knowledge. However, I believe you have the wherewithal to find out. Take the leap. You may discover something useful. I can do that. Excellent! I have faith in you. Those who challenge the unknown, choosing risk over comfort, often achieve greatness. I believe such challenges necessarily facilitate some form of growth. Your courage will lead you to betterment, Makoto. I sincerely hope you will continue to act on it. It's kind of weird hearing Elizabeth call us by our name. Something weird's going on with Tartarus. These doors, should I go investigate? I mean, what else are we gonna do? So our party's gonna be us, Mitsuru, I guess, and Akihiko. Ken and Koromaru won't be joining us because Ken hasn't really awakened to his persona. I mean, not really. And Koromaru is in the hospital, dealing with those wounds. We still do have a pretty good team here, though, so it's fine. I'll still get to test out Aigis and see how well she does in combat, so that's awesome. Crew neck t-shirt. That's just the casual summer outfit. I might actually wear that. It's pretty He has his summer garb. Should we just go all casual today? Let's head up.
I hope to be of service today.
I'm sure you will be, Aigis, because from what I remember, you're pretty cool. Looks like the shaking has subsided. Is everyone all right? The path towards the staircase has opened up. You can advance further now. We don't know what's waiting ahead, so please be careful going forward. Made it to the next stage. Let's see how far my fist can carry me.
Now what do we run into next?
This place looks awesome. Yabasha is how it's pronounced, I think. It's a really cool looking block. Okay, so let's show off Aigis. So instead of being associated with one element, like how Akihiko is associated. Oh, here's the Jack Brothers punching gloves, by the way. Akihiko does. Instead of being associated with one element, like how Sonata has lightning or electricity and Mitsuru has ice, Aigis deals mostly in physical damage and stat boosts. Let's go ahead and show just her normal attack. Isn't that so cool?
This is our chance for taking no prisoners.
Oh, do we get to see her splash screen?
Enemy signal destroyed.
Yes! Shuffle time first. Forgot. Should I go for money or should I go for... No, I'll go for money.
They are finished.
Nice. One thing that's interesting about Makoto Yuki, our protagonist here, is in the animated movies, the way that he's characterized is at the beginning of the movie, at the beginning of the first movie especially, he treats everything like it's kind of an active annoyance to him. Like there's that scene with Akihiko and Shinji in the hospital, and he's just constantly like, he's like a petulant child where it's like, can I go now? Can I go now? Just constantly, and then immediately leaves as soon as he can. And then like as the movies progress, he grows to care about his friends more and more. Whereas with the manga, he's a bit more chilled out throughout the entire experience. The phrase that Makoto is associated with most is, I don't care, because there are a lot of dialogue options where you can say that, and he says it, I think, once or twice in the movies, rather. In the manga, it's a bit more of in, I don't really care what's happening, just going along with the ride, just, you know, going with the flow of stuff. But in the movies, he's more of just an I don't care, just leave me alone type of guy at the beginning.
What is Optima? I am Aigis, the last of the anti-shadow suppression weapons. Preparing to eliminate all hostile targets. Palladium, activate!
Gosh dang it, Aigis. But anyways, from what I remember of the dancing game, Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight, is that he's like super, like, kind of up. God damn it! He's super upbeat and supportive of his friends. Like, he still has kind of like an emo sort of voice, but he's like, hell yeah, guys. Like, he really likes hanging around these people. And I'm pretty sure, like, the Makoto in that game is from, like, much later in this game. Like, after he would have, like, gone through his character development, quote-unquote. But yeah, I like the Makoto that's a bit more, like, friendly and stuff like that. Like, he's quiet, and yeah, he does look like an emo kid, but, you know, he still deeply cares about his friends. That's why he hangs out with them in the first place. So, speaking of facts about Makoto, gosh dang it. I actually got a fact wrong in a previous episode. I'm pretty sure I said Makoto was the shortest out of the protagonists, which is not correct. The shortest protagonist is Kotone Shiomi from Persona 3 Portable. So, sorry about forgetting about her. I didn't mean to. Gosh, I have 42 Twilight Fragments. Oop.
What?
What's this? I think something new has appeared on the floor. It's nothing huge, but I'll give you another heads up when you're closer to it. I'm immediately gonna start running for that. I think it should be around here. Yep. I think this device caused that tremor just now. The reading that I'm getting from it is similar to the one from the entrance. The shape is similar as well. Could it be a portal leading somewhere else? I'd better take a closer look. Something seems different about this floor. Is this clock maybe like the one on the first floor? There's a booklet in front of the clock. Wonder who left this here. The title on the cover reads Great Clock Manual. For those who seek to gain greater power from a common experience, to activate the Great Clock, a prerequisite quantity of Twilight Fragments is required. After an offering is made and the hands strike 12, then the Great Clock can be used. The observer shall then reach for the pendulum, while picturing the recipient of the clock's power. Last day of the month, activity verified. Document seems to be from 10 years ago. The clock's hands are already pointing at 12. Might as well follow the instructions and picture one of my teammates. I'll just go ahead and read this text here because I don't think I could explain it any better. Use Twilight Fragments. Great Clock grants a large experience boost to a teammate of your choosing. Although you can only choose allies at a lower level than Makoto, the greater the level difference, the bigger the bonus. Remember, the entrance will only appear after you've used Twilight Fragments, so don't be shy about using them. However, entrances to the Great Clock will vanish if you move to another floor, so be sure to use them when they appear. We can level up Yukari once, level up Sonata once, or level up Junpei 9 times. So, let's go ahead and level him up. From level 17 to 26. Yeah. And then we can choose one more teammate, so I guess we'll go with Sonata since he's here with us. 25 to 26. Not that big of a difference, but it's better than nothing. What the? Is everyone alright? For a second I lost you all, but then it was like you just teleported here. What an odd place. What do you think could be the deal with that clock? Seems like we could use it. If it seems like it'll be helpful, it'd be smart of us to make use of it. It doesn't seem dangerous. Maybe it actually has a positive effect on everyone. If the entrance opens up again, let's try it. Hey Makoto, I feel like I've got tons of energy right now. Want to put me in the party? So I think it only happens once, if you have them in battle with you. Yeah, because Junpei is still level 17. So I'm gonna kick Mitsuru out of the party for a second. So once you defeat an enemy, and you go through shuffle time. Oh, new persona. They all level up. So yeah, if you weren't using your Twilight Fragments before, you probably are now. So it's not just for healing and for grabbing items in chests, it also helps make sure that your party is at a decent level. One thing that I noticed about myself, when it comes to games and stuff like that, sometimes when a game is part of a bigger series, it's like not as impactful because I know it's part of a larger story. So sometimes, like, endings can impact me less. Like, it doesn't completely ruin the experience, obviously, but that's still something that my brain does that takes away part of the fun of playing something. That's why whenever I play through games on YouTube, I try not to talk about sequels too much. I kind of suck at doing that because if I'm playing a game on the channel that's a part of a bigger series, I've probably played the other games in that series. So I'm always like, oh, this is just like this thing from another game, or this gets improved in this game, or is better than this thing from this other game. But I do try to make each experience very personal, and make it feel like each entry in the series has weight. I don't know if I succeed at that very well, but that's what I aim for.
We beat them to a pulp, as they say.
So it was revealed by a leaker sometime back that Apparently, the Sonic games, the Persona games, and the Yakuza games are going to become yearly series. That specific leak isn't something I want to focus on. More of just, I want to talk about, like, the way that I saw some people react is in, like, complete horror. I'm exaggerating, of course, but they're like, I don't like this. I really do not want this to be a thing. But, like, all three of those series were already pretty much yearly, weren't they? Like, take Persona, for example. I looked at the release schedule for Persona games, and including re-releases, because I'm pretty sure that leak included re-releases. Persona has pretty much been a yearly series since 2006, and I think there were only like 4 years that didn't get a new Persona entry. Because in 2006 we got Persona 3, in 2007 we got FES, in 2008 we got Persona 4, 2009 we got Persona 1 PSP and Persona 3 Portable. I don't think we got anything in 2010. 2011 we got Innocent Sin PSP, 2012 we got Arena, 2013 we got Arena Ultimax, 14 we got Q, 15 we got 4 Dancing, 16 we got Persona 5, 17 I don't think we got anything. In 2018 we got 2 Dancing games and Persona Q2. 2019 we got Persona 5 Royal. 2020 we got Strikers. 2021 and 2022 we didn't get anything. And then in 2023 we got Tactica, and 2024 we got Reload. So we've already pretty much been experiencing these franchises having a yearly schedule. So it's not as bad as you might think it is from hearing that. The leak also said that Sonic, Persona, and Yakuza were like Sega's big 3 when it comes to their game franchises. And that made me wonder, what would Nintendo's big 3 be? 2 of them would have to be Mario and Zelda, but I wonder what the third one would be. Pikmin, maybe? I'm pretty sure Miyamoto really loves the Pikmin franchise, and I think Pikmin's pretty cool too. So I don't know if that's enough to consider Pikmin one of the big 3. And Animal Crossing is a pretty popular franchise. I think New Horizons is one of the highest selling Switch games of all time. I don't know if that's big enough to consider it part of the big 3. Maybe. I think that'd probably be the highest contender. Anyways, I want to say something that's on my mind. First of all, Persona 1 and 2 are games that I would love to have appear on modern consoles and stuff like that. They might get ported sometime soon, or maybe even get remakes. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I would love to see those reappear. But we've gotten to a point where I still, to this day, see people joke about Atlus ignoring P1 and P2. Like, oh, Atlus doesn't remember that P1 and P2 exist. Which, like, it's kind of a funny joke once. But I have seen that joke ad nauseum in the 2 years that I've been in the Persona fandom. And it's just kind of getting super obnoxious. If it brings you joy, then that's fine. But in my personal opinion, I think it's just completely worn out. I also just want to say that in a non-linear series like Persona, it's completely fine to not play an entry in the series, and you are not superior to other people in any way if you've played games that they haven't played. You just look like a huge geek and an asshole when you try to act superior. And obviously this isn't everyone. There are tons, I'm sure, of people who are fans of Persona 1 and 2 that are super cool and super nice to other people. It's just that minority of people that are being quite annoying. One thing that is kind of weird is that game series that are less linear, such as Final Fantasy and Persona, where you don't need to play the games necessarily in any order, except for the spin-offs with the Persona games, because those are spoilers for the main games. Those are always numbered. Like, this is Persona 3, it's the third game in the Persona series. But I have seen game series where you need to play it in a specific order, or not necessarily need to play it in the specific order, but it's a much more complete and fulfilling experience if you play it that way. Not number their series. Like, the English releases for the Ace Attorney games don't number their games, and I know that's just because so they can get more sales, and so that people don't feel like they have to play the games in a specific order. But in Japan, they're called like Turnabout Trial 1, Turnabout Trial 2, Turnabout Trial 3, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I don't know, like, it's not that important of a thing, it's just something that I would prefer if, and I think the Yakuza or the Like a Dragon games are going in that direction to a certain extent at this point, because, you know, before it was Yakuza, Yakuza 2, Yakuza 3, 4, 5, but 7 and 8 are called Yakuza Like a Dragon and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And so a lot of people are coming into those games as their first experience, which is fine. From what I hear, I haven't played those games yet, but I hear that they're fine entry points. But for me personally, for someone who, with both of those franchises, started from the first game and worked my way through the series and had an incredibly enjoyable experience, it just kind of sucks that some people aren't really going to get that experience. Part of the reason that speaking of the Yakuza games, part of the reason why I hadn't posted in a while is because I've been super addicted to those games. I've been playing Yakuza 0 recently, and I had a blast with that game. I'm definitely going to Let's Play it at some point in the future. And then I finished that and I was like, okay, it's been a while since I've last uploaded on YouTube. I need to get around to doing that. But instead of doing that, I immediately started up Yakuza Kiwami, the remake of Yakuza 1, and I'm like already like halfway through that game, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I started posting again because eventually I was just like, you know what, I really want to do that, and I just did it. So yeah, back to posting as normal, and I'm gonna see if I can post daily for the rest of the summer. I don't know if I'll be able to keep that up, but I'm gonna try my very hardest. I think quite a few people are being introduced to my channel through this series, and if that's the case, hi, welcome. I hope I'm somewhat entertaining. Thank you for being here. And by quite a few, I mean like 2 or 3, I'm pretty sure. I think the part 1 of the series has like 60 views, which is super cool.
During the dark hour, we will show no mercy and kick some shadow ass. I learned that haiku from Junpei-san.
One thing that confuses a lot of people, and it therefore confuses me that it confuses them, is that a lot of people struggle with the concept that if a game has a certain art style, then the next game in that series will have that art style. I'm not trying to throw shade at anyone or like be mean to anyone. This isn't targeted, this is something I've seen a lot, and I think I've talked about this in the past, is that a game will get big, like Persona 5, and then Persona 3 Reload, it comes out, and people complain that it has the same, I've seen people complain online that it has the same art style. And of course, this is just like a vocal minority. It's not like I'm pretty sure a large number of people love that Persona 3 Reload looks like this. But I have seen some people be like, it looks like Persona 5, and it's like, yeah, because it's Persona. It's the Persona franchise. This is what Persona games look like. Persona 3 doesn't look like that because it was trying to be distinct. It looks like that because it's on old, outdated hardware. Like, if the same people who made Persona 3 made Persona 3, like, today, in the modern day, it wouldn't look like that. It would look more like a modern game. It only looks like that because it's on the PS2. And yeah, I know that there are PS2 games that look graphically, better than that. Better than Persona 3. But I'm 90% certain that it looks like that because they wanted to save space. Because, again, it's the PS2, if they make like the most graphically intensive game at the time, and then include all of the same stuff that Persona 3 has, I don't know if it would fit on a single disc. And then there's a new Zelda game that came out, or that's coming out soon, and it has the same art style as Link's Awakening, and I've seen multiple people confused at that, and it's like, it looks like that because that's what 2D Zelda looks like. At least now it does. The last 2D Zelda game we got was Link's Awakening Remake, and then before that I think like Triforce Heroes, but that was like a decade ago. The art style has since been improved because now they're not doing it on the 3DS, they're doing it on Nintendo's next console. Also, something that I would like to reiterate is, if it ever sounds like I'm genuinely angry at the people I talk about in these videos, I am not. That's the way that, it's just, that's kind of how the way my voice comes across for some reason. Because I sometimes listen back to these videos and I'm like, gosh, I sounded really angry when I was saying that, and I absolutely do not have any, like, actual anger. It's just sometimes the way that I stress my words to get my point across is super weird. So yeah, apologies if that's what it sounds like. I promise I'm a lot more chilled out in these videos than I probably seem. So an interesting thing about Persona 3 is that the social stats are the easiest to rank up in the game because there are only 3. In both Personas 4 and 5, there are 5 social stats to rank up. So it takes like really the entire game to get everything up there, even if you're being really attentive with how you spend your time. So there's actually an extra time slot in the original Persona 3 that made upgrading intelligence even easier, where after you've done your nighttime activities, you went till late night. And late night, the only thing you could do is either study or go to sleep early. If you studied, then, you know, it's just like studying normally. You increase your intelligence stat a little bit. But if you're tired, because remember there's the stamina system, if you were tired, then you waste that time slot and you become sick, I'm pretty sure. And then, if you decided to go to sleep early while you were tired, I'm pretty sure that makes it so that your stamina is right back to normal again, like you're at your max health. I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. So something that I need to start doing more myself personally is cleaning out my folder that all of my recordings get saved to. Because of, you know, of course I record my video and I record the audio to go with it, and then I edit those together, save that new completed video to another folder, and that takes up like a decent bit of space if you leave it alone for a while. But I'm really lazy, and it turns out that the last time that I cleared out my folder for recordings was episode 35 of my Ace Attorney Justice for All Let's Play. And it's been months since then, I'm pretty sure. One interesting thing that my brain does is that, for some reason, my mind correlates high graphic games with high graphics with slow movement, like a slow running speed and stuff like that. I think it's because usually games that try to be super hyper realistic are, in terms of graphics, are also trying to be hyper-realistic in terms of everything else. And so they go for a slower walking speed because in a game like this with more of an animated art style, you know, you could have your characters move around at speeds like this and not have it look completely goofy. But for more realistic styles, you have to have your characters move kind of slow in order to not make it look super weird. And so I guess whenever I think of games with like really good graphics, all I can imagine is that the movement speed is insanely slow. The skill mine I like you to use, it's called Sylphid Aura. Automatically raises the defense and accuracy evasion of the whole party at the beginning of combat. The effect duration lasts between floors. Oh, cool. Thank you, Fuka. Sylphid Aura. That'd be great. Okay, I want to see how badly we destroy this next boss battle, because we have full theurgy gauges, help from Fuka here, plus her Oracle ability, plus she'll be able to scan for us if they're still not dead at that point. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Stay alert, the enemy's powers are unknown.
Here it comes. Enemies. They look tough.
Too slow.
Oh.
Kirito Senpai's down. Someone do something.
Fuka, I thought you would help us with speed. Alright. Here's some electricity. Okay, that did a good chunk of damage.
You dodged it. That's our leader.
Ah, sorry, Mitsuru. Holy crap.
Our leader's been knocked down. Kirito Senpai, someone help her.
Almighty damage to all foes here.
Well executed.
Orgia mode. Let's actually show this off here. This might actually just insta-kill him.
Orgia activated.
Actually, no. So I might actually get to show this off.
Everything's...
Oh, sorry, Mitsuru.
Just what the doctor ordered.
I won't let you down.
So she doesn't get to use her theurgy. God.
Knocked down.
I'll need to remember to swap out Makoto's persona in just a second. But look how cool she is in Orgia mode.
This will do the trick.
Oh, forgot.
Give them my
Probably
strength.
use Fuka's Oracle ability. Did I not choose to up our stats at the...
Did I scan on this enemy? I see. So this is what we're up
Oh,
against.
you're weak to ice. Cool. Did I not choose to up our stats at the beginning, like right before this boss?
Activated.
I'll hit them where it
I
hurts.
could have sworn I did.
How about this?
Well, whatever. The fight's over.
Good.
That about
We've
does
won.
it. No shadows detected.
Enemy defeated. Requesting our next directive. Let's keep exploring. I probably should have asked her what she'd like to do. Affirmative. Though Tartarus may be a colossal tower, with constant incremental progress we will gradually reach our objective. A journey of 1,000 miles begins by first treading without fear, as they say. Aigis, you sure know some unusual phrases. Where did you learn about them? I have a daily academic regimen. Just the other day, Junpei-san taught me how to write haikus. Oh my Tartarus, dark decrepit Tartarus, why are you so tall? And that's adorable. I think that's the second time we've heard Aigis talk about haikus today.
Have to be a better.
So I'm pretty sure this episode right now is going to be episode 48, I think. Which means we're getting close to episode 50, which is crazy because the current record for longest LP on this channel is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All with 51 episodes. And we are not even close to done with this game. I will not at all be surprised if this LP is 100 episodes long.
Down the stairs.
Just because that's how long of a game this is. It's 60 hours. At least whenever I play through the game, it's usually around 60-70 hours-ish. And of course I'll be editing these videos down, so the Let's Play itself won't be 60 hours, it'll probably be closer to like 50 hours-ish. But that's still a lot. Speaking of 60-hour games, I've talked previously about how I've beaten Yakuza 0, and that took me 60 hours because I did all of the sub-stories for that game, which are basically the side quests of that game. And when I do a Let's Play of that game, I will definitely be doing the sub-stories, except for the boss fight ones at the very end where you have to fight this super tough boss fight. I won't be doing that one because I just can't. But yeah, all of the other ones I definitely will do. And I suspect that when I do my Yakuza 0 Let's Play, it'll be quite a bit shorter than this LP because, you know, most of my time in those games was spent doing the sub stories, and I'll probably edit it down so that like I finish all of the sub stories in just a few episodes. So although this will probably be close to 100 episodes, I wouldn't be surprised if Yakuza 0 was closer to like 40-50 episodes. I don't know, things might change. I probably won't be doing the Yakuza 0 Let's Play till late 2024, early 2025-ish. And then if I like all of the other games in the Yakuza series, I'll be sure to play those as well. I'm playing through Kiwami right now, and so far I'm having a blast. Also, a fun little detail, you couldn't really see it there, but Aigis does the same running animation during the all-out attack there. The goofy one that I pointed out for being weird in the previous episode. I think she also does it... Yeah, she also does it here just in the overworld, so that's funny. You don't really get to see it too much because you're usually focused on looking forward because you don't want to accidentally run into a shadow and just get bodied. Huh? What is this? It's different from any response I've gotten until now. It's shrouded. It doesn't seem like a shadow. It's larger and almost seems like a wall. Let's take a closer look. If it's dangerous, it's possible that it could in fact be riskier to simply ignore it. Okay then, going by the signal I'm getting, it shouldn't be far from you. So, it was recently announced that in September of this year, something known as The Answer, or Episode Aigis as it was called in Japan, it's being re-added into Persona 3. It was originally added in FES, and then taken out in Portable, and now it's coming back for this game, and I'm excited. There has been a bit of controversy around the DLC for this game because you have the chance. I bought the standard version of this game, just like the basic normal version, but there are like ultra deluxe versions you can buy, and one of the selling points was that you would automatically get any and all DLC in the future. Come around to now, they're selling DLC, and it's not included in the ultimate, like, deluxe version. I forget what it's called. Which sucks! And right now, the DLC is, like, mostly negative reviews on Steam. Which makes sense, because I'm not gonna say anything, because I don't want to get sued for slander. But from my perspective, me personally, that feels like lying. That feels like, you know, lying to get you to buy an ultimate deluxe version. But yeah, I never ended up finishing The Answer in the original version of Persona 3 because it was just like a huge grind fest. And I'm not down for that, but since Persona 3 Reload is remarkably easier than the original Persona 3, I'll probably have a bit more of a fun time with that version of the game. But yeah, I hopefully will end up playing all of the Persona games on the channel, including spin-offs. I don't know about the dancing games because those are... Nope. There we go. Is this a door? Could you please get a little closer to it for me? The mysterious readings seem to be coming from this door. Could this be the door Elizabeth was talking about? I should check it out. I sense shadows beyond the door as well. If you plan on entering, please proceed with caution. Thanks for the info. Okay, please go ahead and open the door. So this mysterious door is a new addition... Wait, I forget if this is a new addition to Reload or not, because there might have been a similar thing in Portable. This place is... It feels different in here compared to outside. The atmosphere is unstable and the walls look like they're rippling. My powers aren't working very well here. I can at least tell that it's not a very large area, but please be careful. I detect a shadow ahead. It seems to be a very powerful one. It looks like we have no choice but to fight it if we want to keep going. I'm ready. I can't afford to lose. Now, come get me. Okay, so these doors have a variety of tough shadows behind them. We barely do any damage there. Poison mist. Oh, that's gonna suck. Because he's definitely gonna get it. Yeah.
Here we go.
Got it for all of us.
One step at a time. Go!
What is optimal?
I remember, and there's gonna be a bunch of these around across Tartarus. I remember my experience with these was I went through the first one, and like in the middle of it, I got killed by one of the things, and I was like, huh, this is pretty tough. I'll come back to this later, and then I never went back to it. I'll try to beat at least one of these, just for the sake of showing it off. I don't know if I'll beat all of them. And I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion that these are kind of tough. Maybe I just suck at games. You know, scratch that. I definitely suck at games. But maybe I also suck at this game in particular.
Hardly worth our
No
time.
shadows detected.
Something welled up within me even more than usual during the battle.
Okay.
I don't sense any more enemies around. Oh, there's a treasure chest further ahead. I wonder if that shadow was guarding this. I don't think we've run into one like this before. Please inspect it. Okay, I remember something like this, so it must not have been this that I died at, but maybe like the one after it. Also, we've reached floor 80. I just completely forgot to mention. It looks like what the chairman gave you before, doesn't it, Yuki-kun? It's apparently really rare. It's surprised to see it in a place like this. Maybe the owner of the antique shop could craft it into a piece of equipment for me. Looks like you've seen everything here. Good job. I think it's a good time to leave now. Please exit back out the door. So yeah, if we run into one of these again, I'll give it a fair shot. See if I'm able to beat it. I'm fairly under-leveled, I'm pretty sure at this point, because I'm below level 30 and I'm on floor 80. So I don't think I'm where I'm supposed to be in this game. Oh. What was that? It's as if the energy from the door surged throughout the entire floor. Oh, I can see the floor layout. That makes it easier for me to guide you now. Sometimes a monad door will appear in Tartarus. Defeating the special enemy inside will trigger special shuffle time, where major arcana cards appear more frequently. Defeating the special enemy will also reveal the layout of the current floor and the floor directly above it once you exit through the door. That's cool. The monad door is an unstable contraption. When one appears on a floor, the door will lose power and become inaccessible if you move to another floor, even if you return using a teleporter on the same day. So yeah, can you please return here? I'd like to go through what we know about that door. Luckily, there seems to be a teleporter nearby. Sure thing. Thank you. I'll be waiting at the entrance. Fuka and the others are talking about the door from earlier.
If I may say so.
Makoto, may I borrow you for a moment? It would appear you face the threat beyond the door. A door connecting to the tunnel which was created within Tartarus. Perhaps an appropriate name for it would be a monad door. The shadows that congregate past such doors will provide to be a valuable means of accelerating your growth. I must know how you fared. Did your enemies provide you with a challenge? I'll just say it was a rough fight.
Marvelous.
Excellent. I am pleased to hear that. I believe challenging more daunting foes will act as a sort of shortcut in your development. On another note, I've detected some sort of structure on the 91st floor. It emanates an energy not dissimilar to the door you entered. The dimensions of this structure resemble a tunnel. One might call it a monad passage. Entering this passage may provide you with another opportunity to test your mettle. For the time being, I will log that investigation as a personal request. Received a new request from Elizabeth. I look forward to observing your continual progress. Monad door and a passage too? Tartarus is never going to stop being a mystery to me. About that door, it appears to lead to a side path in Tartarus. In short, if you're heading for the top, taking that path would be considered a detour of sorts. However, it seems like you'll be able to obtain something down that path that should prove helpful exploring. Depending on how prepared you are, it may be a good idea to try these doors. Tartarus is one of those things where it's a lot less sucky when you're not doing anything else at the same time. where if I like throw on a YouTube video in the background, and you know, just listen to that while I'm going through Tartarus floors, it's not that bad. 10 floors up from here, there's a border floor. But yeah, Tartarus in this game isn't that bad if you just throw on a YouTube video in the background and listen to that while you're grinding through enemies. I can't say the same about the original Persona 3, because either way, Tartarus is still really sucky in that version. Which I'm glad that's one of the things they changed, is that it's a lot less sucky to play. I probably shouldn't have gone into this battle yet, because I haven't filled out everyone's theurgy gauge, but it's fine.
Kirito-senpai's down! Someone do something!
Now you've done it.
Persona! No mercy!
Child's play.
I'm hit!
The enemy
Get ready.
I'm hit!
It's a strong one. Be on your guard.
This should help.
Much
Thank you
obliged.
for your support. It is time. This is my duty! Adjusting aim.
That's...
I was careless.
What?
Kirito-senpai!
I have to be under-leveled as hell right now, because
It's not over yet.
that is an insane amount of damage to deal. Do none of my characters have healing magic except for Makoto? Because that kind of sucks. Oh, come on. Also, I'm gonna call it healing magic. Magic is kind of a word that I kind of avoided using previously because I wasn't entirely sure if that was right, but I think I have heard official sources refer to it as magic, so it's fine. Also, that healing did nothing.
It's gonna win this.
It's a strong one. Be on your guard. I see. So this is what we're up against.
One step at a time. I've got this. Not bad.
My theurgy. I think I can use it now. Should I scan on this enemy? Okay. First round
Fire
of
nice
power.
for that one.
One more!
Oh, I have to be like 10 levels under-leveled.
I'm ready.
Because that seems so weird that the one who's entirely based around ice is being absolutely decimated by ice attacks.
This one.
You can count on me!
Akihiko, I'm counting on you.
I'll take care of this. Go, Polyjuice!
Good work, Akihiko.
An enemy down.
Persona!
What to not that?
I've already scanned this one.
I'll go with.
Yamato no Orochi!
Well executed. Down.
Crit maybe? No.
This isn't good.
You're hurt. Do you have any healing?
This'll do the trick.
That helps.
Why do you keep targeting Mitsuru? We have a character who's weak to ice, I'm pretty sure.
Wind isn't good on this one. You'll have to try something else.
This will do the trick.
I'll show you!
Nice! Now's your chance!
Shall I move to strike?
There we go!
We're not out of this yet.
One enemy defeated. Good going, Kirijo-senpai. Low thermal readings. Igus is frozen in place.
Yamato no Orochi! Didn't hit. I'll take care of this. Persona! Just one more.
Good
Enemy
work.
eliminated. Nice one, Sonata-senpai. Igus is frozen in place.
One more!
All enemies defeated.
Okay, boss is down. It took a little while, but we got there. Now everyone's pretty much either at level 30 or very close to it.
My persona has gained a new power.
I want to check like the network for what level everyone is at, but I don't think I could do that in Tartarus for whatever reason. Even in the lobby or like the first floor, I can't do that. Have you ever wondered how those scale-shaped shadows stand upright? Ah, the balance types. I imagined they'd struggle with standing upright and moving around. Do you suppose there's a reason they look the way they do? Moreover, I'm actually quite tempted to tip them over. Apologies, I digress. Let's move along, leader. I like how weird and glitchy the minimap is. Formidable opponent, are you prepared? Let's do it.
All right.
Looks like this will be interesting. Let's go.
There's one enemy.
Shall I move to strike?
How about this?
I think these guys are normally weak to electricity, maybe? So, maybe Akihiko will... Oh, Homunculus sacrificed itself. I forgot I even had one of those. No, resist, okay. So use light attacks. Let's give dark a try. Nope. Maybe he just doesn't have a weakness.
The strong one. Be on your guard. I see. So
Oh,
this is
wind.
what we're up against.
Okay. Koga.
Inflicted.
Nice work. Crap. This is it.
These Monad doors will give me a good chance to up my theurgy gauge for the actual boss fights. Although I think the ones in the Monad doors are harder than the real boss fights, so maybe not actually. I might need to use the theurgies here.
One more.
Chanting a death spell. That makes me want to guard. Nice, okay. I don't know if blocking lessens the chance of an insta-kill attack happening, but if it does, I'm glad I blocked there. Each of these characters keep almost getting crits, and I'm just like, ah, come on. Nice, thank you very much, Aegis. Her attack does a lot of damage. She is an incredibly valuable member of the team.
Oh, hello.
We did it! Yay! What do we get for our troubles? 2 Onyx and 1 Nilcloth. Oh, thank you for teleporting me to the door, I guess. It's better than walking like the 50 feet it takes to get there, so thanks. So yeah, now we could just skip by these floors, I guess. I mean, we could go for the treasure. Have you ever wondered, I mean, given how heavy this place must be, whether or not it'll topple over? Then again, it does seem different from your typical building. Probably no use worrying, hopefully. I play most of my video games on Steam. One pet peeve that I have is games that automatically... And this is just for me, because I probably have some weird settings set up, and that's making my experience worse. One of my pet peeves is games that automatically assign button prompts based on what it detects your controller is. Because, like, for those games, like, a lot of the time it detects my PS4 controller as an Xbox 360 controller, which sucks, because then I have to, like, get it into my brain that when it's like, no, when it says X, it means, you know, the square button actually, not the actual X button on your controller. I much prefer games that have, that just let you choose what the input is, like the Persona games. So recently there was a Nintendo Direct that made a lot of waves just because it had so much cool stuff announced in it. For example, there's a new Mario and Luigi game coming out, which I think is super duper cool because Mario RPGs are kind of a lot like a, I don't know if I would say big part, but they were like part of my childhood. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door and Super Paper Mario especially. Another thing that was released is the Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. I think that's just what it's called. And with that comes the official localization of Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Gambit, which is something that people have been waiting for forever. It was the final Ace Attorney game not localized, and it's so cool to get to see that. And there's like a whole discussion I want to have about localization and stuff like that. But that's so cool to see. As you probably can guess, I'm a big Ace Attorney fan, and I never actually got around to playing that one because I never finished the first Investigations game. I think I got to Case 4 of the first Investigations game, and then my save file got corrupted or something like that. And so I think I just watched like a Let's Play on YouTube for Case 5, and then I never got around to finishing that game myself or playing Investigations 2. So it's going to be fun to experience finishing those games both for the first time. And then I made a community post about this, but I'll just say it here just in case you didn't see it. And I'll be able to add more context to my reasoning for this. When I get to playing Trials and Tribulations and Rise from the Ashes, I'll be playing through the DS versions of those games. But when I get around to playing through the Apollo Justice trilogy, the Investigations duology, and the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, I'll be playing through the HD ports of those games. My reasoning for that is this. I don't really like the HD collection for the original trilogy. I just don't think it looks that great. And plus, if I did play that version, I wouldn't have been able to save Rise from the Ashes for till after Trials and Tribulations, because they added in some dialogue connecting Rise from the Ashes to the second game. And don't get me wrong, I think that's better. I think that's good that they added that dialogue. But as a case, I prefer Rise from the Ashes being after Trials and Tribulations as its own separate thing, because tacked on to the end of the first game makes the game genuinely twice as long as it was before. So my Let's Play of the game would have been like 80 parts long. And so for the sake of consistency as well, I'll be playing the DS versions of Trials and Tribulations and Rise from the Ashes. The reason that I'll be playing the Apollo Justice trilogy with the port is I think the Apollo Justice port looks better than the Phoenix Wright trilogy port did, and also because both Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice have DLC cases that I don't think I'd really be able to access otherwise. So just for the sake of making it easier, I'll be doing that. For the Greatest Attorney Chronicles, the only official localization is the port, so that's why I'm playing that version. Not to disrespect fan translators, I think they do awesome jobs, but I would prefer to have the more official version, you know what I mean? And then, again, for the Investigations duology, since Investigations 2 is only officially available with the port in English, that's how I'm going to be playing it. And then again, for the sake of consistency, I'll be playing the ported version of Investigations 1 as well. The Investigations collection looks incredible. It's probably my favorite looking port out of all of them. Like, it does the best job at upgrading the graphics from the original DS version. Since we're getting an official localization for Investigations 2, there has been debate, or more, I don't know if controversy is the right word, because it's not that serious, but people upset that, you know, they changed the names from the fan translation for the official version. But maybe it's just because I haven't played through the Investigations 2 fan translation myself. Like, I've seen clips of the game on YouTube and stuff like that, but maybe I just haven't grown attached to it as much as other people have. But I'm incredibly open to the new names. One character that's particularly that has people upset is a character who in the fan translation was referred to as Sebastian Dabest, and in the official fan translation it's called Eustace Winter. I feel like both of those names are an equal amount of stupid, you know? Like, people talk about Sebastian Dabest as if it's the absolute pinnacle of writing, but I don't know, it sounds really, really stupid to me. I don't know. Like, Sebastian Dabest, it's just first name and then the thing he is, or in this case, the thing he's trying to be. Sebastian Dabest. It reeks of early internet humor. Like late 2000s, early 2010s internet humor. And if that's your thing, then that makes sense as to why you prefer that name. But to me, it just sounds really dumb. And Eustace Winter sounds the same amount of dumb. I've heard people say that Eustace Winter is too on the nose. As if Sebastian Dabest isn't too on the nose. And also, this is Ace Attorney. It's like, in the first game, there are characters named Will Powers and Jack Hammer, and Windy Old Bag. There's freaking Matt on Guard from Ace Attorney 2. That's just first name and then a thing. In Ace Attorney Investigations 1, we had Dead Man. And I feel like an argument people might make is that, well, they aren't really important characters. They aren't majorly important to the plot. The main character of the second trilogy of the games is named Apollo Justice. Is that not insanely on the nose? name and then thing. Like, Apollo Justice, Eustace Winter. That's like... feels like the same level of stupid. Maybe I'm crazy. But this is the game series starring Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright. Like, as in he's right all the time. That's the pun.
I've already scanned this one.
Like, he rises up from the flames like a phoenix, that's like, cool. But right all the time, because he's, you know, correct when he's, like, deducing all of this stuff. This entire franchise is built on insanely on-the-nose puns. But suddenly, when it's different from a fan translation, people have lost their minds. And the Greatest Attorney Chronicles did the same thing, just for more minor characters. Like, I've only gotten to Case 3 of the first game in the Greatest Attorney Chronicles. But, like, one of the first witnesses is a character named Iesa Nosa. It's supposed to sound like a Japanese person saying yes sir, no sir. And then we have Curio Korekuta. It's supposed to sound like a Japanese person saying curious collector. Even with the other games that had already been translated by fans, like, people weren't freaking out, but suddenly this specific one, where they do the same exact thing, it's a big problem all of a sudden. I don't get it. Of course, I'm not going to bash people for having preferences, but from my perspective, it feels incredibly unreasonable to say that, like, Sebastian the Best is the peak of writing, and Eustace Winter is insanely stupid. They're both insanely stupid. It's still going to be the same exact game, same exact plot. They're not going to refer to him by his full name all the time. They're just going to call him Eustace, which is supposedly supposed to be a pun on the word useless, which is funny. So yeah, ultimately, I assure you, like, a year after the port comes out, I'm sure that pretty much no one will be complaining about it, and those who are will probably just be called nerds. There is an interesting thing with localization where it's kind of weird how even with official localizations, how things like the official name for something and the official name that you know aren't the same thing. There's an interesting thing with localization where, like, the Japanese, like, names for these things are what they're called. They're the official names. That's what they're intended to be called. But when localization gets mixed in and you get used to it, it's kind of weird to think that it's not the official name for something. Like, for example, once again, going back to the Ace Attorney series, all of the names for the characters, including, like, Phoenix Wright and stuff like that, and Maya Fey, those just aren't what those characters are called. They're called something completely different when they're originally being written in Japan, and that's just the names that they picked when translating it over and bringing it to the West. Just names chosen to make it easier for foreign audiences to wrap their heads around. That's just something that's always very strange to think about, at least to me. Another thing like that is that social links, which are, like, such, like, the name Social Link is, like, ingrained into my head as, you know, like, that's just what they're called. But in Japan, it's called the community system, like, just community, or, like, Komu for short, I think, is what it is. But yeah, it's just very interesting. You know, if these games had come out, like, a decade afterwards, like, if the Ace Attorney series had come out in, like, the late 2010s instead, then it probably wouldn't be called the Ace Attorney series. It would probably be called the Turnabout Trial series. And it might not have sold as well. And it might not be as iconic as it is in the modern day. And yeah, we would know characters like Phoenix Wright, we would know him as, oh, no, he's Ryuichi Naruhodo. Like, yeah, what else would he be called? That'd be weird. And there would probably be, like, posts on the internet, like, what if the game was, like, Americanized? What would these characters be called? And everyone would have a laugh at how stupid the names sound, knowing that whatever not knowing that whatever they come up with will probably not be as dumb sounding as the official names. I might do a tiny bit of grinding off screen just to make sure I'm at an acceptable level. I know there will be a lot of people who laugh at it and they're like, you don't need to grind for this game. But I am getting very nervous that I am like way too low leveled for where I should be in the game. You. I'll attack you, I guess. You seem the toughest, so I want to take away as much of your HP as possible. Okay, might die, but got off a lot of Theurgy attacks, so it's fine. Unless Makoto dies, in which case we're screwed. But
Sorry.
let's just pray that doesn't happen.
Right now.
I'm ready. How about
Oh, sorry.
I'll take care
I
of
don't
this.
have it in me to scan right now.
Tarukaja. Attack up. Now I'm getting really scared. I'm gonna have Makoto guard, just in case.
Last one. Let's finish this.
this will do the trick. And this will later.
He's gonna win this. Go, Polyjuicer!
Okay, we took it down before it could attack. I was scared for my life that it was gonna attack and do like 1 billion damage. Obviously not that much, but...
Greetings.
Enemy shadow annihilated. You possess superlative decision-making skills, Makoto-san. You did great, I guess.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That battle was easy peasy lemon squeezy, as they say. Now, let us resume our exploration. Aigis is pretty much the mascot of this game. Some might argue that Koromaru is the mascot of this game, but I think I read somewhere that Aigis is supposed to be like the real mascot. Which is fine because she is incredibly adorable. So yeah, her being the mascot character is 100% fine by me.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a
Hit
little
them
more
where it
time.
hurts. Persona!
I was planning for this to be a shorter recording session and then do all of the Tartar stuff tomorrow, in real life tomorrow. But I was in the middle of an episode when I decided to go to Tartarus, and, you know, it was only 15 minutes at that point, so it wasn't really, like, a good solid length for an episode.
One step at a time.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time. They've been shocked. They're wide open. Hit. Right on target. One enemy knocked down by Aigis. I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time. Let's commence.
Oh, that's actually perfect. I did not expect them to actually be weak to that. I was just hoping for, like, a semi-decent, like, bit of damage, maybe a crit.
They've been shocked. They're wide open. That's a strong one. Be on your guard. They've
Whoops.
been shocked. They're wide open.
Okay, now what?
Slashing will work. Don't bother with swords. Should I scan on this enemy?
Yes, scan on both of them.
Okay. Here's what I found.
No weaknesses there. Just gun for you. This is a weird combination I've never seen before.
One step at a time.
I'm gonna have Akihiko use Mazio here, just to get rid of that magic reflecting wall. That thankfully didn't heal too much.
One enemy knocked down by Aegis. They've been shocked. They're wide open. I've already scanned this one.
Let's do that. Maybe we'll get a crit. We did! Holy crap! I don't even need to use the Theurgies. Okay, I take back what I said earlier about being too over-leveled. I think I'm exactly where I need to be.
Who's gonna win this?
Alright, now I want to see if I can beat this boss fight before the Theurgy gauges get filled up, because I think I probably can. Oh no, that sucks. Oh god, sorry Makoto. So that's an interesting thing that I never noticed. For the attacks that hit multiple times, if you get a critical on that, all of the attacks critical, which makes sense. I just guess I never thought about it before. I guess why? I know you can't control it, but why?
That's an enemy down.
What to do?
What to do? Good question.
Never mind.
I'm gonna heal up, because Makoto is right on the brink of death. Gonna restore 200 HP to all allies, because apparently I have an item like that and I just didn't know. Multiple items even.
What's the plan here?
I'll show you.
I thought, did that freeze the enemy? I don't think it did. No, I don't think it froze it.
I'll take care of this. I've got you.
Can I shock it though? Oh, it just dies. Good.
Nice one, Sonata Senpai.
Okay, just... Oh, grieving. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because their whole thing is being romantic, so when one dies, the other has to grieve.
That's a win for the team. Good job, everyone.
Nearly 20,000 experience, bringing us up to level 32. Good going, Yuki. Your directions were on point, and you managed to keep your cool against a tough opponent. You bet I did.
Oh?
Alright, Oddshot. I see we're in good hands. Alright, time to move on. Stay sharp. Oh, please hold on a moment. It's one of those doors, but, this one isn't shining like all the others. Feels different, too. Is this the structure Elizabeth referred to as not dissimilar to the other door? I should probably check this door. Shall we take a look at it, leader? Yeah, watch out for me. Alright, I'll keep watch for anything on my end. Just like before we go up to it. It seems like it won't open. Do you see anything that I'm missing? Major Arcana card I have on me is reacting. Wait, the door is glowing. But why all of a sudden? Did you do something, leader? It's the Major Arcana card. A tarot card you have is reacting to the door? Maybe that card acts like a key for this door. Interesting. This door currently works differently from the other ones we've seen. A Monad Passage. Depths of Tartarus is once per section of a block. Formidable shadow resides in the innermost area, and beyond it lies a treasure. Entrance to the Monad Passage will remain permanently on the same floor in the same location, even after the turn of a new day. Okay, that's the one thing I was panicking about. Because I think I want to go ahead and end things off here for now. If it'll let me. I don't sense any danger near immediate vicinity, however, there might be a strong enemy further in, just like with the other doors. Feel like you're in danger, please leave quickly. I don't know why I walked closer. I wanted to see if I could see how far down it could go. Long flight of stairs. It's a little disturbing. Yeah, I'm going to go back and we're going to tackle this on a different day. Because this is actually the thing that I got stuck on. So I'm going to wait until we're a higher level. And then we'll go, you know, beat up all of the creatures that are in there. Dead end. Looks like we can't progress any further now. On the other hand, we've made good headway. Come back whenever you're ready. It's your call to make, leader. Document 04. The head researcher came to try and convince me. I was surprised. He was my old mentor. Whenever I remembered his timid smile, my resolve wavers. So yeah, as always, can't progress any further. Let's come back in like a month. Like to come back to the entrance? Let's go. I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna leave things off here after we talk to Elizabeth.
Are you accepting a request? Let's hear the
40,000 yen. Nice. So, how much yen do we have at the moment before selling stuff? 102,000. Nice. So we're not really suffering in terms of money at the moment. Although I think we had a similar amount of money last time and I kind of burned through all that. But we should be able to spend money on Tanaka and start up his social link soon. So get excited for that. Anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you guys all so much for watching. And in the next episode, we're going to go ahead and go back to our normal reality, start up the month of August, and finally defeat Hayase in the Myo-O Cup. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!